Avery Scott, one of the two deep men for North Dakota. They'll take it at their own 2. This is Charles Langama now, one of the bright spots of the future. Big shot there.
Indians giving the bobble signal.
So Caden Dennis now in motion. They'll get off to, Kaminsky. Great fake, got me on that one. Turns it upfield, and Kaminsky cut down at about the 41.5-yard line as Kaminsky back to pass again. Surveys the scene, finds Seidel all alone out of the backfield. Takes a big shot there along defensive possession. Luke Silvernail on to punt it away for North Dakota. Jack Martin standing back at his own 10-yard line for South Dakota. Low line drive kick. Martins maybe ran up too aggressively on that one and to backtrack a bit. Through the air, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but it's been a while since he's given the ball away as they go to L.J. Phillips on the ground, steps through a tackle as he keeps those legs driving forward. Adrian Hawkins for the first time last week. 2nd and 7. Bauman off the play fake, wants to take a shot, looking deep. Lorenzo Fenner is there, and he's got the feet underneath it. Couple of flags down on the play, so we'll see what that is all about. Switch them to a 4-2-5 base defense from the traditional 3-4 at North Dakota. It's worked out very well. Bauman, though, finds the tight end Jesse Miller. Found a soft spot in that coverage, and Miller's down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, bodies up to the line of scrimmage.
Bauman on 1st and 10. Gives it off Phillips. Weaves his way through the line of scrimmage down to the 22-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4.
It's a great vision here by L.J. Phillips. You see Lance Rucker came off the edge.
Put a lot of good opening drive together this season. It's been the rest of the game where they've found some struggles in terms of consistency. Phillips cut down inside the 15-yard line. That'll be a first down at the North Dakota 11.
And here's the cutback lane. You see everything's flowing to the left. There's a small hole there back to the right side after a good setup block there by the right tackle, Rock Wolf. And L.J. Phillips finds it, exploits it, and is probably a shoestring tackle away from scoring a touchdown.
11-yard line. L.J. Phillips lines up right of Aiden Bauman. He'll bring the tight end Jesse Miller in motion. Bauman back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Being chased. Vig is there for North Dakota, and Bauman just throws it away out of the back of the end zone. So he just shed off the big fella and got 6 yards on the play. Bauman now on 3rd down. Pressure coming up the middle. Bauman is going to be ripped down back at the 20-yard line. This might be a horse collar, Andre, as flags come in from both the center judge and the referee there on the tackle. And L.J. Phillips back into that Wildcat formation. Not much there off the left side. And it's 2nd and goal now from the 6. Phillips tries to get the edge, surging forward. Now he's backed up to about the 2-yard line. Dakota just bowed up and pushed him back.
Yeah, well, he was good. He was dragging.
Attack that time for North Dakota, and then, as you said earlier, the cavalry got home from there to stop Phillips. On 4th and goal, up the middle he goes. Phillips leaning forward at the goal line.
So you have to avoid a sack or a holding call.
And keep it on the ground with Seidel, and the Coyotes do a good job smelling it out. There is Niall Dickel again, ripping the running back down to the turf. And for the Loftman approaches. Very returnable opportunity here for Braden White. Showed some juice in this part of the game last week, and there he goes again. Switches heads, shakes off a defender, and White finally brought down out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Massive special teams plays back-to-back now for South Dakota.
Defense and special teams right now. USD obviously with the upper hand in that category. Great blocking here. I mean, that's just good, solid blocking. He's untouched and really unbothered until he gets into Hawks territory.
Well, 1st and 10 at the North Dakota 23-yard line. They'll give it off to Phillips. Turns right, finds some space over there, and now he drags the defender with him. Just shy of the 1st down marker is L.J. Phillips. A couple of pieces through the portal that have been very valuable to them as well. Bauman looking for the tight end, and it's broken up. Zach Whitty, who's playing in his first game back, and can't hang on here. Good hit from the backside. Delivered by Avery Scott to break it up.
Yeah.
3 is Fry, the tight end, in motion. Backside. There is Miller. Turns it up. Miller toward the end zone. And
one
far side looks like closer to the 2-yard line.
But 2 refs were over there, and one was at the 1 and one was at the 2.
Oh. Bauman takes the snap. Give us to Phillips. Met at the line, but this time he's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Dakota.
Yeah, why LJ Phillips, when you got that guy in the backfield, you know he's going to fall forward for at least 1 or 2 yards. And if that's all you need, you got a touchdown. Nothing fancy here, just right off the left side. And LJ Phillips absorbs the contact.
His punter, Tyler Ebel, and Leyland has been automatic in that department, and he continues it here. So
just because Illinois State had so much success doing that against the Coyotes last week.
Kaminsky keeps it, turns it up, and he's met. Eckler for this South Dakota defense. Officially, they call it no gain, 2nd and 10. Kaminsky, boy, he's gotten me a couple of times on that already. He pulls that late.
He got me.
Fleming tops, or excuse me, Dang, big red zone target number 2. High side, they'll give it up the middle to Seidel, and he just carries the whole group into the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota. 75 yards, finishing it off with a 6-yard score from Seidel. Loffman on for the extra point, and he kicks it through. So moment for South Dakota as Bauman drops back to pass again, looking for Phelps. Makes his 2nd catch on this drive. He stood up at the 31, and it's 1st and 10 South Dakota. Watkins gets a carry. Nothing there as UND met him right there. It's Lance Rucker right at
taking small gains and then coming back to get bigger ones.
Bauman taking a shot play. Javion Phelps. It's going to be picked off down there, but there is a flag. Jai Martin on the interception for now, but 2 yards to get a 1st down. Under center is Bauman. Wanted to go backside to Phillips, but it was covered up. Looking for Phillips now, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Great coverage there by North Dakota. They were all over it from the start.
Yeah.
2nd and 4. Kaminsky looking for Fleming. And that'll be a 1st down out around midfield. They're going to spot him at the 48-yard line. Corners off. You're giving up that yards because you don't want to get beat over the top, which we saw them do last time. North Dakota had the football. Ruley and Stewart picks it off. Stewart, first career interception. He takes it back inside the 40-yard line of North Dakota.
And
Bauman, good protection up front. Looking over the middle, and Fletcher can't hang on. Takes a big shot from Devereaux there. And he will punt it for South Dakota. First time he's been on the field today. End over end kick. Bounce toward the end zone. It'll be as the clock continues to tick. Now under 1.5 minutes to play before halftime. Quick shot out to the edge. Looking for Caden Dennis. Mikey Munn was in coverage there. That throw low and behind though, and it's incomplete. Stops the clock. 76 yards for Phillips so far today. Bauman back to pass. Looking to the edge, has Fenner. 2nd big grab of the day for Lorenzo. Fenner makes a bad miss. Touchdown, South Dakota.
And for as much as I have given praise to the Hawks for their ability to tackle defensively, this particular play, they did. Tackles right along the sideline, allows Fenner to get this ball into the end zone. They're just assuming he's going to go out, thinking maybe because of the the time of the half, and he's near the edge, that he's going to just go out and save time, and he doesn't. Fenner with a couple nice moves there to elude defenders and score for the Coyotes.
And Leyland on for the extra point. It's up and through. And boy, you talk about a big sequence there. The interception on defense. And the Coyotes capitalize. To 10 USD at the 38-yard line. That's Jack Martin's in motion. They'll give it off to Reed Watkins, the youngster. A little extra burst from him, and a flag comes in. So they back it up now, 1st and 16. And Phillips back in the game at running back. Approaching 100 yards, skips forward to the 40-yard line, takes a big shot there for that milestone a couple of weeks back. Watkins gets another carry, tripped up inside the 40. We go forward in this 2nd half. Fake the handoff to Fletcher, rolling out. Here's Bauman, now turns it up, is going to run for it, takes a shot on the sideline. Flag comes in immediately. Good snap, good hold. Leyland Up and away, and it is good. So Leyland, with his 11th field goal of the season, stretches the lead to 12 here with 9:55 to go third quarter. 19-7. South
to make good catches.
Gain of 6, second and 4. Seidel. Nowhere to go that time as the football out. South Dakota has the football. DeJuan Lewis picks it up. Lewis inside the 30 to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, South Dakota.
And almost got caught there, showboating a little bit, taking his foot off of the gas before he got to the end zone, but clearly must have been a fumble.
On the field. It's a fumble by the offense.
He did get in there on both knees, but I think he started to stand up before he actually picked the football up, which could be an incredibly heady play if he did it intentionally like that.
I think you can see it on that last look there.
He doesn't have the football till right there.
Yeah. Yep. And then
I think that's
the other
pretty
look,
clear that it was.
He's up before he actually gets the ball in his hand. So we'll see.
As it stands,
play.
it would be an 80-yard fumble return for a touchdown. Lewis. How about the hustle by Seidel, though, trying to get back in and maybe knock that football away after fumbling himself as Leyland kicks the extra point up and through, but the turnovers have been costly today for North Dakota. 3 of them in total. You score, you need one quick if you're North Dakota. Back to the edge, other side of the field. This time it's Fleming, and Munn is over there to knock him out of bounds. Got a similar build to L.J. Phillips.
He does. Right
back to Langama, and he's going to be stood up by Chris Dixon. Yard and a half short of the first down marker. 2-yard line. Hardman out of the game. They fake that, and it over the top.
Boy, they could kick it if they don't get it.
Keep it on the ground with Seidel. Seidel trying to get forward, and he's going to be a couple of yards short of the first down. Big one there to keep the drive alive. Kaminsky to the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota.
It was the green helmets just putting bodies on bodies in space. The receivers, the tight ends, the running back, getting to the linebackers and the DBs and making good solid blocks that allows Kaminsky to essentially walk in for the Hawks. Messer said hut, something like that. That's all I can think of.
We've had some interesting penalties, not only the volume of penalties, but some interesting penalties today. As Loftman on for the extra point now. Phillips and Fletcher both in the game now. Fake the give to Phillips, and now Rucker brings down Bauman, the 3rd sack of the day for North Dakota. Over 45 yards per punt so far this season. They'd love to see one of those bombs right now. It's going to be a high kick. Lewis underneath it, does not call fair catch. Good blocking. Lewis has some room. Lewis finally stood up at the 40-yard line. Gain of 2, second and 8. Kaminsky, short drop. Looking over the middle, finds Ty. Ty into USD territory here in his senior season. Cedar out of Evergreen Park, Illinois. Seidel turns it upfield, has some blocking. Seidel into the open space, through a tackle, into the end zone, touchdown, North Dakota.
And then you can see some of the power in the legs, the ability to make guys miss tackles. Get the missed tackle right there, and keeps his balance and gets into the end zone. A lot of ball game left here, folks.
Brand new ball game. He stepped through what? 3-4 tackles on that particular, because it makes it a 1-score game regardless of the extra point from Loftman. But he gets it up and through, and it's 26-21. Defensive back, because now the football stays at the 40-yard line for the time being. Bauman out to the edge. Martins.
Rucker, I know for a fact that's 2. He might have 3 of those sacks today.
So now big kick here from Tyler Ebel, end over end. A couple of people got together there, and a flag comes in. It'll be interesting to see. Lewis is 7 on 3rd down so far today. Kaminsky back to pass. Pressure coming from Crawford. Wide open along the edge. That's Mason South, the tight end. Bounces off a tackler, and South is all the way out to midfield.
And seems like he's going to get that average.
Kaminsky wide open. There's Ty. Ty's been a huge part of the plan here in the second half, and he's made Dakota knock it on the door here. 2nd and 1 from the 30-yard line of South Dakota. Kaminsky End around, it goes to Fleming. Nate Ewell giving chase, can't catch him. And Fleming steps out of bounds after picking up first down yardage inside the 30.
And to me,
Kaminsky on 2nd and 10. Keeps it. Turns up, lost his footing, and tumbles down after a couple of yards.
Yeah.
Offense, they take over 1st and 10 with 4:28 to go. L.J. Phillips out to the 30-yard line, and Phillips officially up over 100 yards for the 6th time this season. 3rd and 3, Bauman drops it off. Phillips needs the first down. He's got it.
He had another one to Dennis in the beginning of the first half where he should have thrown it a little further out, but he threw it short.
2nd and 10, Kaminsky looking for Fleming. Cannot hang on. Broken up by Rulli and Stewart.
Good to his hands, but because Stewart was swiping and pulling and grabbing, he couldn't corral the catch all the way through the ground.
Obviously Ford milk it for all he can here. Takes a knee, and that should be enough.
Yep.
Eric Schmidt makes his way over across the field to meet Travis Johansson in South Dakota.
In his frame.
But again, down the stretch, couple of opportunities for North Dakota to get that game-winning score, down 5. The defense, though, found the plays that had to be made, and they got off the field.
And that's, again, going to be the confidence booster going forward, is when you needed to make the plays, you made them. And they went several games without turnovers, and here today against the 8th-ranked team, you get 3 of them, and you also get a score. So.